Welcome to this series about capacity and capability building to craft and shape operations, enabling adoption and adaption. As we go through this journey, we take a more in-depth look at selected aspects with a focus on business issues around technological transformation. With these being more in depth on heavier materials, please feel free to review the takeout points if in a rush, but also take your time to go through, pause, and get the real benefits. We hope the skills and expertise shared is of value to you and those you support in this changing world. Please subscribe, add your comments, and share with others. This week, we look at the use of artificial intelligence within the automation of knowledge worker services and some related business considerations. Mobile computing, cloud computing, big data and analytics, artificial intelligence, self-healing computing, internet, social media, the Internet of Things, automation, and other technologies are all converging to form an information utility which provides a core platform off which businesses operate. With this demand for information, the focus of service is from the provision, management, and assurance of technology to the provision, management, and assurance of information, of which knowledge worker services are a consumer. This core platform is transforming the knowledge worker services like tax, audit, legal, project management, etc., and with automation to have them as on-demand services from the cloud. Knowledge worker services are being automated to become the next commoditized offering as an on-demand service from the cloud alongside increased use of real-time decision making and the provision of problem solving as a service to assist knowledge workers in the specialist as well as the routine. Thank you for staying. Mobile computing, cloud computing, big data and analytics, artificial intelligence, self-healing computing, internet, social media, the Internet of Things, automation, and other technologies are all converging to form an information utility which provides a core platform off which businesses operate. Around this platform comes the transformation of knowledge worker services in response to costs, markets, customers, and regulatory drivers. The convergence of technologies manifests as both a catalyst and facilitator for the drivers of costs, markets, consumers, and regulatory, as well as enabling the response to these drivers. Knowledge worker services like tax, audit, legal, risk management, project management, business analysis, or finance, etc., operate off this core platform and are changing with the platform. The routine is being increasingly automated. The demand for specialist advice and services is increasing, and knowledge worker services become the next commoditized offering as an on-demand service from the cloud. The nuance and intricacies of people interaction, the complexities of service and supply chains, and the incumbencies and vested interests all come to bear to impact the extent and rate of transformation. These knowledge worker services start with the routine and point solution of automation and are set to become increasingly automated with greater use of artificial intelligence, including machine-to-machine learning in processes and operations, leading to real-time decision making and problem management as a service as the technology advances. With this demand for information, the focus of service provision is from the provision, management, and assurance of technology to the provision, management, and assurance of information for automated knowledge worker services. To meet the service transformation around artificial intelligence, big data and analytics, and other technologies to automate knowledge worker services, the operations and service change is from the provision, management, and assurance of technology to the provision, management, and assurance of information. With the proven management and assurance of information, the knowledge worker services can operate as automated services, leading to real-time decision making and problem solving as a service. Making this transition will occur over time and in chaotic ways in response to markets, customers, costs, and regulatory. This includes the management of the emerging technologies, including the services, the information management, as well as the algorithms and hardware and networks. Emerging products and services, including the design, development, implementation, operation, assurance, and consumption. This includes links to systems, vendor dependencies, redundancy of service, agreements, regulatory, licensing, and privacy, amongst others. Governance and assurance of the transition and ongoing operations. Business transformation, service models, business readiness, clients, stakeholders, vendors, and outsourcers, which require skilling, the ability to do, training, the how to do, as well as accreditations and certifications for the transition and ongoing. Managing the transition will involve the individuals and their skills and recognition, the accreditation and certification of academia, who provide skilling and training, accreditation, and certification, the boards and executives within business, and the role of government in creating demands, standards, and policy. Like other services being transformed and influenced by standardization, the transition is likely to see the commoditization of knowledge worker services. The application of artificial intelligence to the transformation and automation of knowledge worker services is maturing, starting with the routine and selected uses. As the capacities and capabilities of the core platform emerge, more complex knowledge worker services are crafted and shaped. Eventually, with process and knowledge worker services adopting and adapting to circumstance. Taking an overall view of the use of artificial intelligence, within Knowledge Worker Services off the core platform include advisory for routine decision making, from the use of algorithms to suggest adverts for our decision making, to restaurants bidding in real time for our patronage with offers based on our known preferences and habits. Artificial intelligence is already playing a role. The offerings are set to become more sophisticated as the maturity of the algorithms and the quality of data improve, such as real-time bidding for foreign exchange trades. The ability to access assured data from multiple sources is a requisite for the maturity of such offerings. Routine processing. The use of artificial intelligence for assessment of routine product loans and mortgages is already occurring. Such routine processing is set to become more extensive in use, as well as complexity of process. Again, the ability to access assured data from multiple sources is a requisite for the maturity of such offerings. Exceptions identification. Management by exceptions is common, as it is the exceptions which need resolution. Artificial intelligence is increasingly being used for detecting and identifying exceptions for further action. Examples extend from routine regulatory reporting through to payments monitoring or the monitoring of networks. Artificial intelligence is set to play an increasing role in actioning the exceptions as well, such as self-healing networks for the Internet of Things. Point solutions. Artificial intelligence plays a role within processes, often as point solutions for specific tasks, especially repetitive tasks, within an overall process flow. The legal example of automatically scanning contracts for expiry dates and identifying processing tasks is becoming increasingly common. Similarly, for medical scanning as part of the diagnosis process. Beyond these point solutions being used more frequently and in more areas of business, the emerging use of artificial intelligence is the use of point solutions with exceptions identification and action. Quality assurance. Artificial intelligence is increasing its role in assurance of data quality and algorithm performance for use in processing with artificial intelligence. Again, the ability to access assured data from multiple sources is a requisite for the maturity of such offerings. Emerging. As all of these uses and applications mature, opportunities emerge for the use of artificial intelligence in new ways and in new business areas. The general trend is the artificial intelligence being able to support more sophisticated and complex processes and operations. This leads to knowledge worker services becoming the next commoditized offering as an on-demand service from the cloud alongside increased real-time decision making and the provision of problem solving as a service to assist knowledge workers in the specialist as well as the routine. The challenge for business is the transformation of operations around these changes and managing the people through the journey. Thank you for your time. May the skills and expertise shared be of value to you and those you support in this changing world. Please subscribe, add your comments, and share with others.